They say all roads lead to Rome, but in Mexico, all roads lead to Mexico City. My trip to Campeche started like many of my trips in Mexico with a layover in Mexico City. This layover, however, was a good one in that I was able to meet up with my dad. My dad is a great travel companion in that we both share a sense of adventure and wonder in travel. Campeche is the 24th Mexican state capital I have visited, and I would describe it as a place that lots of locals know about, but not many foreigners visit. As you can see by the landing, it is on the coast. Specifically, Campeche is on the Gulf of Mexico, and because of that has a very Caribbean feel to it. Well, the first thing I learned about Campeche so far is that there's no Uber. So we're taking a taxi, and it looks like it's going to cost us about 200 pesos, so that's about $10 to get from the airport to the city center. So not a bad price, just that is what it is. Campeche is a Spanish colonial city that is surrounded by a massive wall. Sí. Muy bonito. Jardín ahí.
Ese es el jardín botánico.
Ah, okay. The plan was to stay one day in Campeche. So the plan was to find a hotel near the city center to be our base camp and then see as much of the city as we could. For a hotel, we chose the Hotel Mayan Campeche, which is a hotel that was right next to the main plaza. There's a nice little pool out here and patio you can hang out at. There's the patio, the pool, nice. Just nice little colonial house style. So, pretty nice little hotel. So here's what our $30 room looked like. It was pretty good. We actually, I think for $30, we got a decent shower, some towels, a bed, a pool, Wi-Fi. Today is a Wednesday. Beautiful kind of vibe. Reminds me a lot of Veracruz style here. Not too many people out in the plaza, but it's still the morning time. So morning time is not very Mexican. Usually Mexicans are more out during the afternoon. Today they're probably all working. Really cool bells here from like the 1600s. These bells, some of them are cracked, but they're still pretty cool looking. They have a one-way traffic flow going on, so came out a different way that it came in, but we're still to the side of the plaza here, so we're gonna continue walking down here in the little plaza. Looks like that little table set up so that you can have something to drink later on. A little cafe, little game tables too. That's kind of cool. We are here at the Maya Architectural Museum, and we're going to check it out. In town, we went to the Mayan Architectural Museum, which is also one of the forts that used to protect the city. The cost for the museum was 50 pesos, and in the entrance they had this cool display of how the city used to look like when it had its wall. As you can see, back in those days, the water came right up to the wall, and we had fun trying to find out where our hotel was. As the name denotes, the Mayan Architectural Museum denotes there are plenty of examples of Mayan architecture and many different stones with hieroglyphs that you can look at. Famous art. The main feature of this museum is a beautiful mask known as the Mask of Kalakmul. The Mask of Kalakmul. Beautifully preserved mask. Pretty much amazing. This was also part of the offering in the grave, was food, so that when the ruler was in the afterlife, he could eat. So there was his cup for drinking and little baskets filled up with now petrified corn and grain is what it was. And there was his ceremonial dress, so that in addition to have his face mask, he could be dressed properly in the afterlife. Very interesting. We are now climbing up the defensive wall. This museum is also a fort. Look out, it's Pirate Poppy, and he's coming to attack the fort. He's a very slow pirate. So what do you think? Have you conquered the fort yet?
Yeah.
Yeah? But you have been able to defend the fort?
We made it.
We made it?
Yeah.
They could go around the whole city on this elevated wall here. Not the whole wall is here anymore, but this would have been water over here to defend the city over here. Looking at the coral rocks here, these are a little bit more worn down so you can see it better.
La Universidad de Texas está hecha con estas piedras, se ven así todos los caracoles y todo.
My dad's saying that in Texas you can see this style of rock too. There you can see the designs of the coral in the rock. This right here would have been the gate from 1893, the sea gate. But now the sea takes you a little bit longer to get down there. And there's Calle 59. Down here on Calle 59, they have all the cool shops. At night, this place comes alive. We are here at the Governor's Palace, which is the capital of the state of Campeche. So this is where the governor comes to work. And I see a mural up in front, so we're gonna go check it out. Here in front of the Governor's Palace, and you can see like a cool mural there, made up of little tiles, and then an auditorium over to the left. It kind of looks like a spaceship, so that's kind of funny looking. Here's the entrance to the auditorium. Definitely looks like a spaceship. That is weird looking. This is a church, but what's interesting about this church, which is closed right now, is on the corner, you can see right there, there's an old lighthouse. So that's an old lighthouse from the 1800s. That's pretty cool. That would have guided all the sailors. The Campeche Institute building. Love that. It's pretty cool. We're gonna go take a walk. This is the end of the wall here that got torn down. This is the entrance side of the San Carlos Fort, which is normally the city museum, but it's closed right now. But it looks like they have like a little mini prison set up in there. So that's cool. And here we have a pirate locked up with the pirate treasure chest. And that's the real reason why there was forts here, was because of pirates. They would attack this place. We're here on the Gulf of Mexico, out here on the Malecon of Campeche, basically where Mexico makes a big U is where we Yeah, Sir Francis Drake came and tried to sack the city, but he didn't do a good job because of the wall. He almost got caught. But nope, he escaped. And then over there are the letters, because how can you even say that you went to a city if you did not visit the letters, right? Okay. Gotta go to the letters. Take a picture in front of letters. I think it's a law. While we were in front of the letters, this guy offered to take us to his restaurant hut, which worked out really good for us because it was like a free taxi ride down the Malecon, and the restaurant had a great view of the bay. The name of the restaurant that we went to was called Los Delfines, and it had a great relaxed vibe to it like the rest of the city. So here's what we're looking at. About 150 for a fish. Cocktails are about 145, so that would be about $7 US, and then all the main meals are like $10 each here, and we're right on the beach, so that's a pretty good deal. As you can see here, all the fish that they gave us was freshly caught that day. My dad didn't like it too much, but I thought it looked really good. We got some tuna and some guacamole and some chips, and I've got Jamaica, which is perfect juice for when it's hot, and it is definitely hot out here. We got some crab, and my dad got some fish. This is okay. It's very rico. I just tried the crab, and it is nice and juicy. You can see how juicy it is, and it's very plump. Usually people cook crab too far, but they did a good job on this one. I like it. My dad went to go get a siesta, and I went to go get a shoe shine. Shoe shine only cost me 25 pesos, which is about $1.50. But check out all the labor that this guy does. First, he took out some soap that was made with squash and pumpkin, calabaza, which is pumpkin roots, and he cleaned the whole shoe off, and then he takes the shine and he rubs it, and this was like a whole 15 minutes here, which I'm reducing down for you, but it was a really great job for only 25 pesos. My shoes, of course, came out really shiny. Beyond that gate right there is the Botanical Garden, but the Botanical Garden looks closed today, so I guess we won't be going there. Somewhere along here though. Oh, there's the Barbershop over there, so I'm gonna go check that out. Look over on this side entrance here. But yeah, it doesn't look like this Botanical Garden is open today. The Barbershop is open though. So I'm gonna go check out the Barbershop and see if I can get my haircut today. So that would be cool. We'll see how that goes.
Una página que se llama Wish. Sí, su mecha multadora, ¿qué? De ahí no le cortes. ¿Sabes cuánto?
Well, I got my haircut. I think it looks pretty good. It cost me 80 pesos, which is like $4. So that's what a $4 haircut will get you in Mexico. So that's pretty good. So we got a tour on one of these trolleys. We're going to take one of these trolley tours, and I'm going up to the first one. Turn over the camera here. And go to... ¿Aquí?
Sí, ya puedes subir.
Ok, gracias. Lo voy a hacer. We're starting this little tour here in the plaza. The Trolley Tour is a fun tour. It costs 100 pesos. It starts in La Plaza de la Independencia, or Central Plaza. And basically what it does is it goes through 3 of the 5 neighborhoods. I loved the Trolley Tour because it gives you a nice overview of the different colonies in Campeche, and you see how the different neighborhoods react with each other.
You can see at the entrance the column placed, it is said, to commemorate the celebration of the first Mass on American soil, but that is a difficult fact to verify. In any case, it is most likely that this column commemorates the first Mass given when the town was founded.
One of the interesting legends is that of the Church of San Roman, which has a black Christ statue at its altar. The legend says that they tried to take the black Christ statue out of the chapel, but that overnight it grew so big that they couldn't get it out of the door, and so they had to leave it inside this chapel. My tour guide is encouraging me to go over here to buy some ice cream, so if they say I gotta buy ice cream, well then I gotta buy ice cream, of course. I got mint chocolate and a flavor called broche, which is the house specialty, which is guava with nuts. Looks like the kids have brought out the bread and are feeding the pigeons. So they have all congregated here. Lots of pigeons eating here. The pigeons pretty much concluded our fun day in what I'm calling the most chill Mexican capital that I've ever visited. If you like this series about Mexican capital cities, I would encourage you to click on the playlist and follow along as I continue my journey to visit all of Mexico's state capitals. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe, it helps the channel grow, and we will see you in the next video.